Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your little witch Aisha. Today I want to talk about my fall anticipations. So this is a list of books, movies and TV shows that I can't wait to read or watch when fall comes. I'm so excited. I have 3 books, 2 movies and a television series that I just cannot wait to watch. Let's start with, what do I start with? I don't know, I didn't think about this. Let's start with books. The first one is Jackal by Aaron Adams. I've never heard of this author, but I saw this book on a list of fall anticipations on Goodreads. And when I saw the cover, I was immediately like, interesting. It looks intense and mysterious. So I was like, this seems like it's probably a mystery or horror. And it is. So it's basically about a young black girl who returns home for, I think, some family event. I'm not quite sure. And she remembers that kids would disappear in the woods that's nearby, and a child disappears again. So now it sparks her interest and she's going to investigate what's happening. It's given me a bit of cozy mystery vibes with our old hometown, plus just hardcore mystery thriller horror. That's what I'm expecting to get from it. And it's by a black author with black characters. You don't find that very often in mystery and thriller genres. So I'm excited to read it. And it's coming out November 4th, I think. Let me check. It's coming out October 4th, which is right in the middle of the fall spooky season. So I'm gonna enjoy that book. The second book that I'm anticipating is House of Hunger by Alexia Henderson. This will be released September 27th and it's a horror. It's about, what was this one about again? Oh yes, I believe a girl saw an ad for Blood Maid. I'm not sure what Blood Maid means. She takes the job and then her fellow maids start disappearing, and clearly it's a horror mystery, so things start to go down. I like the cover, but it was really the idea of getting a job in this mansion and then weird things start happening that got to me, because I love House of Horror type horror movies and books, so I'm really interested in reading this one. The third book that I'm anticipating is a romance, which of course, you know, it's my favorite genre, and I actually wanted to read this author's previous books, but then her first series became so hyped on Instagram. I was seeing it everywhere and I lost interest, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to pick this one up before I start seeing it and start hearing bad and good opinions, because it will really taint my experience of the book. This is called Drunken Love and it's by Jasmine. She has written quite a few books. I think she's a New York Times bestselling author, and yeah, I'm hoping that this will be my first read from her. It's September 20 will be the release date, right at the beginning of fall, so this will probably be the first one I read. I'm not sure. Now, those are the 3 books that I want to read. Now let's get to the movies that I just cannot wait for. And this is the reason I'm here. This is why I even decided to do this video in the first place. Because I love Angie. I love Angie Thomas so fucking much. And this was one of my favorite books of 2020. I think that was when I read it. It was just so fucking amazing. I love Brie. I love the storytelling. I love the romance that's in it. I love the drama, the action, and the social commentary. Everything is just perfect and on point. As always with Miss Angie Thomas, nothing is amiss. It's just perfection. So there'll be a movie. There's a movie coming up. We've known for a while, and the release date is finally here. It's gonna be September 23rd, and it's gonna be on Paramount Plus, a streaming site, which I do not have. So that simply means that I'll need to get it because the second this movie is out, I'm watching it. I'm so excited. It's currently the 27th. Yeah, it's the 27th of August. I'm considering rereading this before the movie comes out, because I want to be able to see the differences and the similarities and decide if it was a perfect movie adaptation or not. I'm probably going to reread this because it was such a great book to read. It was actually quite an easy read, even though it took me a while because I was busy at the time. But I read it in a few days, which is not usually how I read physical books. But I'm going to reread this one. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that movie. So that's definitely my most anticipated movie of the entire year. But also, I think we're all waiting for this one. Every human being is waiting for this one. Black Panther 2. We want to know what's going to happen. This is coming out at the end of fall, like right at the end. It's gonna be November 11th, I believe, was the release date. And I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. I did not know anything about Black Panther. I did not read a comic. I was not a fan because I didn't know it existed prior to the first movie being released. But when that movie was released, God, instantaneously, I watched it in theaters and oh my god, it was one of the best movies I've ever watched. That movie will make me move from a DC fan to a Marvel fan, and aside from that, I would normally be a DC fan. But between Black Panther and Spider-Man, as in the old Spider-Man, not this one, I think I'm now a Marvel fan. I cannot wait for this movie to come out. I'm definitely gonna make a date of it. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm just gonna put out all the stops for that movie. But that's the two movies that I'm anticipating this fall. Now the final thing that I'm anticipating, and honestly, I don't know if this is not the thing that I'm most excited for because Angie Thomas, but this is number 2 because this is one of my favorite characters in the history of television, in the history of movies, in the history of writing. This character just made me feel so validated as a child, and I am looking forward to seeing her grow up. You clearly know what it is probably if you're on the internet, and if you follow me on Instagram, it's freaking Wednesday Addams. I cannot believe there's gonna be a Netflix series. I really hope this is a hit and not a miss because Netflix tends to just do one or the other. And I'm excited about it. I cannot wait. It said the release date will be in fall. It did not say when. It just said coming this fall. I'm hoping that it will premiere in October, not September, because I just have way too much to do and I feel like I won't be able to give it all my energy. So October preferably, and plus that's right in the middle of the spooky season. That's when everything gets just a bit more intense for me, maybe because I'm so in tune with the entire Samhain season. Not November, because I don't want to wait that long. I do not want to wait that long, so please let it be October. I actually am in love with the actress that they chose to play Wednesday Addams, but I know nothing about her actually. I've never seen one of her movies, or I've never acknowledged that I've seen one of her movies because I'm not big on remembering actors, to be honest. But she looks good in the role, and I'm hoping that she'll play the role very well. I do not want to look up any of her prior acting jobs because then I'd start comparing and deciding whether or not she'd be good. I just want to see her in the film, and then I'll make a judgment based on her performance in Wednesday. Those are the things that I'm anticipating for this fall. I'm so excited. Those are gonna be some fun reads, and I know for a fact that I'll enjoy On the Come Up simply because it's on the come up. Even if it's not necessarily a good adaptation like Twilight. Like Twilight wasn't the greatest, but I'll still love it just because. I mean, I did enjoy The Hate You Give. I didn't think it was great, but I did enjoy it because I just love seeing more of it because it was just such a fucking good book. But yeah, I think I'm gonna add that to my TBR, and I'm probably gonna read it in September before, if only I can get through to those books, because all of those I need to fucking read. So we'll see how that goes. But that's it for my anticipated fall releases. Let me know what you guys are anticipating this fall. What books, what movies, what TV shows. If it's outside of the scope of book, movies, and TV shows, you can still tell me down below. Is there a new brand that's coming out? Is there a new album, a new song, something that you're looking forward to this fall? And let's talk about it in the comments. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.